Let's talk about the archetype of an Enneagram 8 wing 9, because they're everywhere in media. Joe Rogan, granted, I love Joe Rogan. I regularly watch him and I have for years, and I feel like most guys that I'm friends with and know do as well. Why wouldn't you watch Joe Rogan? Well, what do we like about him? We like that he's confident, he's assertive, but he's also very curious and he's very, very sociable. So even though he's an 8, he's not necessarily just running over people and, no, you're wrong. He's actually always listening and seeing, what can I gather from this? And he's also focused on these social relationships. He does a great job of inviting people on his show that he doesn't necessarily even agree with, but he's still, what can I learn from them? So he is assertive, but he's also focused on maintaining harmony. You know that he's an 8, but you see him almost acting a whole lot like a 9, where you could almost be fooled into thinking he's not actually an 8, but he is. I think another person, Robert De Niro. In real life, yes, but when you look at the movies, the roles that he plays in movies, it is someone who you don't want to mess with. But at the same time, you're not necessarily openly intimidated by. You know that as long as you're on the same side of him, you're going to be taken care of. And he's not really looking for a fight, but he ultimately knows what he's there to do, and he does the thing, and he's in that role, which brings us to our next point. This concept of a mob boss. We think of The Godfather. We think of someone who, again, you want on your side, very loyal and very protective. You want them on your side. You want to be part of that family. You want to be part of that group. And if you are, you're in a very fortunate position. But if you're not, then watch out. And I try to think about for myself. I remember, and I think this is personal growth for me, but I remember years ago, I had a friend, and I felt betrayed by the friend, and I remember thinking, I'm done with this person. I'm done with them. I don't trust them anymore. I had them close to me. They betrayed me, and I'm done. And granted, I reconciled that relationship, and I'm still good friends with them now. But that's the way that I used to think. I used to think, you're either really close to me, or I don't know you. So again, I've kind of gotten better about that, but it is that mob mentality. It's that mafia boss, that someone who's not looking for violence, they're not looking for a fight, they're not looking for aggression. And it's the bull, It's exactly, when you see this animal, it's not looking to hurt anybody. It's not a predator. But you also don't mess with the bull. You want the bull on your side. So, I think it's really interesting. We're very familiar with this 8 wing 9 character, and this, we know certain people in real life like that are famous. But I think the challenge becomes, but who do we know in real life that's that way? That is that ultimate mob boss. You want to be part of their group, and you don't want to be their enemy. And I think for me specifically, and again, I'm sure I'm working through this, but it's not that I want to cause harm to anyone. It's more so that I just would cut them off. I don't need them in my social circle, because if you're in that, then you're going to be taken care of. And if not, you're a stranger to me. And that's not necessarily I'm trying to punish anyone. It's just I don't have the bandwidth to worry about anybody who's not part of my inner circle. I feel like I'm talking like Robert De Niro's character in Meet the Parents at this point, but it very much is that concept, that is how I perceive things, because I'm a very loyal person. And what's interesting is my understanding that loyalty is part of the anger subset as far as emotions go. There is, and I would totally believe that. There's this fierceness that comes to being loyal and dedicated. So I'm looking for people that I can trust, and I'm looking for people that need me, that need my services, people that I can take care of, but people that don't look for pity, because that's where I start That's where I draw the line. If you need pity, I have no patience for pity. That could be my catchphrase. I should put it the words right here. I have no patience for pity. So there you go. 8 wing 9. What are your thoughts on that? I'd love to hear from you. Again, I got to say that. I got to remember to put the words on there. I've got no patience for pity.